your first time, if you got this notification and you're like, what in the world is Parent Advisory Council? We basically come together. Oops, excuse me. My screen said no. It said it's snowing and it can't do anything. No, it's back. So basically, we are the Parent Advisory Council. We meaning we like to promote community, and we come together monthly, and we use Facebook right now because unfortunately, it's not as safe for us to join in person, but we cannot wait to join in person. So right now we come together on Facebook and we're meeting virtual. And the whole goal is that we're sharing resources, we're connecting. So if you ever on this Facebook page, if you have resources that you want to share, or we invite you to look through our Facebook page, find resources that you can use and you can share out as well. So we come together each month to support you all and build community. Andrea Brown is also on here. Andrea, were you wanting to jump in there and share something?
Just that we'll continue to monitor our Facebook page, and if you send us a message about anything that you need or resources that you're interested in, we can also help you that way. We monitor that, and usually have a pretty quick turnaround with getting back to you with either the answer or connecting to the right person. So another way you can engage with us is to message us directly on Facebook.
Thanks, Andrea. So we realize that we have a lot of resources at times, and sometimes it's really hard just to find what you need when you need it. Sometimes there are resources everywhere. So we're going to go over a website that we put together to compile some resources for you. And then we have some upcoming events that we want to share with you. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to take you to, and you should see the link to this in our Facebook chat. I'm going to take you to our website, and I will tell you, this is hot off the press, right, Andrea? We just published this.
That's right.
This morning for you. We just published it this morning. So when you go to this website, it's Family Leadership Network. And the first thing that you'll see is welcome, because we want to welcome everybody to this space. And once you scroll down, you'll see family support, school support, and district support. So you'll see Andrea and myself there, and we work with we work together with supporting schools, and we also work with other departments in our district. So if you scroll down a little bit more, you'll hear from some amazing school leaders like Amy McDonald, shout out Kenwood. You'll hear from some amazing family leaders, and you'll hear from Robin G, who gave us inspiration at a Parent Activate meeting. Once you scroll down a little bit more, you'll also find our Facebook updates, and you'll find Twitter updates on here. So if you want to continue to get updates from us, you'll look at the bottom of the site and you can connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you want to send an email, if you have any questions or comments and you need to send an email, there's a link to my email address there. So this is the home page, but the really important page that we want to go to is our family support page. So on this page, we have resources for you. And if it's not for you, we invite you to share some resources with family members that you know. And so we like to start it off with some amazing inspiration from one of our family leaders. Shout out Miss Gina. And I just welcome you to listen to some of her words. They are so inspirational and they're always on time. If you scroll down a little bit more, we're going to pause here for just a second. There are a lot of family resources that we're sharing with you. So we understand that we have included a lot of resources. And again, as you're going through them, if you have questions, feel free to send us a message, or you can even put something in the chat on Facebook. All right, so the first resource you'll see is with adult ed. So we always like to remind families that adult ed always seeks, family members, family leaders to participate in their GED and their English acquisition classes, their English learner classes. So if you link there, there is information about how to find those classes and how to apply. Were you going to jump in, Andrea?
Yeah, so one thing that I also wanted to share is they also have family education programs. So in addition to their classes just for adults, there are opportunities through adult ed to be able to come to school and bring your young child with you. So they do have early childhood programming along with their adult education services. It's a really great resource. And, if you go to that site, you can get more information about that program, but it's a great opportunity to be able to bring your kids with you to school if that's something that you're interested in.
Awesome. So we also have Clever, which is an app that if you're in elementary school, or if your child is in elementary school, they'll probably have access to Clever. And so really what Clever is, it really brings together all the apps that your child's teacher would normally use. So this is really great, especially in NTI when your kids have to get on certain apps and you're like, I don't even know where to find this app. Clever's really great about getting on an app or finding different learning tools. And there are some things that that your kids can practice at home. So if you get on this at home and you're able to use your kids' Google Classroom, Google information, then they're typically able to get on Clever. Another resource that we wanted to share is a link to our college and career planning. And so we have some really exciting information that we're going to be sharing next month about some amazing opportunities for seniors. But in the meantime, this is for families and for students. If you're thinking about what are some different things we want to pursue, post, high school, or what are some career opportunities out there? This has some great resources for students and families to access. So if you scroll down a little bit more, we have early childhood education, and early childhood had lots of resources. Andrea, I know you wanted to share some things that they had going on.
Yeah, so I frequently get questions through our Facebook page, and just I have a kindergarten student, so I know when I talk about that in other parent meetings, people are like, okay, how do I get resources? How do I get kindergarten readiness resources? Where do I go to register my child for early childhood if I want to attend JCPS early childhood? So they have some really great resources. If you click on that early childhood link, you can find out more about the registration process. They also have a Ready for K website, and that is a place where they have put lots and lots of resources about things that you can do at home with your child to help them get ready. There's also information about applications. They even have some videos that you could watch with your child as they're thinking about kindergarten, like what does riding the bus look like? So that's just a really great resource that you can share with your child. There's some games, there's some activities on there. So all the early childhood questions are answered on their website, and they also have their contact information, of course, if you have further questions through there.
Awesome. So we also have our ESL office has given a lot of resources for communicating with schools. So if language is a barrier for you or a family member or for a community member that you care about, there are a lot of resources on how to ensure that you're able to communicate with the school, or that they are able to communicate with the school in the language of their heart, because we believe that everyone has the right to be able to communicate in the language of their heart. And it's actually one of the things we're required to make sure families can do. So this link gives resources to that. The next link, how-to videos for families, is, you can almost get lost in that link. There are a lot of how-to videos, how to get on Google Classroom, how to check Parent Portal, I think maybe on there. There's so many videos on there about how to do different things. So have fun with that one.
Yeah, I would say that was a big resource for me as we were going to NTI, or anytime my kids were asking something, to be able to go on and say, okay, this is how we get on Google Classroom. This is how we navigate this site. So there's lots and lots on there. It's a great resource, and I think they continue to add as things come up. So those are great.
And families, I mean, we're staying in this virtual world. It looks like longer than we thought. And I know, some people, some companies or some businesses, some organizations are moving more to Google and moving more to getting things online. So hopefully it just helps you in general with some of those resources. I had to use one of those videos to actually create this site for you all. So I had to go through the how-to video to put all of these resources together. So please enjoy. Hopefully it's helpful for you. This link, JCPS Parent, this is where you're going to find Parent Portal. You're going to find the parent site where you fill out your forms, where you apply for free reduced lunch. So this is basically where you fill out all your forms. If you are not on Parent Portal, please, I welcome you. I will help you in any way that I can to help you get on Parent Portal. If you need help with getting on Parent Portal. For me as a middle school parent, it is essential that I get updates on kind of how my son is doing. He's so sweet. I love my baby, but there are just sometimes where I'm like, hold on, what's going on here? So for every parent, I really recommend that you're getting those notifications. I know we don't love notifications, but those Parent Portal notifications are really, really helpful, just so that you don't have to play catch up in any class, but you are able to stay on top of how your kid is doing. And if they're in middle school, they can also get updates to their phones too, so that they can see those updates before you see them, and they can hopefully fix it. So that this is the site on how you get on Parent Portal. And if you need more support with that, we're happy to help anyone with getting on Parent Portal. Maybe we can even have a go live and help with getting on Parent Portal. One of my favorite resources that we're going to share is Louisville Growing Readers. And so what we're committed to is we're committed to a movement in Louisville to where books and reading, it's something that we do and something that we enjoy, something we're not feeling like we're forced to do or that we have to do, but we find it is something within our families that we enjoy. So we want to make it accessible. That's like the first thing, is we want to make sure books are accessible, and there's still work to be done around that. But this site is something that you can access on, and it's for younger readers. This is for our littles, our readers that are just learning how to read. But for your littles, for your young babies, you can access this on your phone, and they can be reading through books on their phone. So this is available to you right now. There's narration that can be read to students. So this is just an amazing resource. It can also be accessed in multiple languages, but this is something that we just can't share enough as a resource that's available to everyone.
Yeah, so I'll just add, one of my favorite features is the narration feature, because you're able to narrate in lots of different languages. So if you click on that globe icon, all of the languages will pop up, and then you'll be able to see, the books that have that narration, and then you can listen to it in those languages. One other fun thing that is coming to this website is some local books. So we're working with local organizations and community partners to create Louisville-based books. And once those are ready, those will be on this website. So it's something to keep coming back to. We'll be adding to it. And it's just a really fun way to be able to click through books on your phone or on your computer. I've even pulled them up with my kindergartner on my phone when we're waiting for something and we're looking for something to do. It's a really great resource. So check that out. There's over 100 books on there that you can access for free.
Awesome. So right here, I'm just going to, if you're just joining us again, You are joining us in our Parent Advisory Council meeting. And again, I wanted to share that there is early dismissal for early childhood for elementary, middle, and high school. So again, elementary will be dismissing at 1:15. Middle and high school will dismiss at 11:45. So we just got that update and wanted to make sure you had it. But again, today we are sharing resources with you. So a couple of additional resources that we wanted to share was our nutrition services site. And so right now we want to make sure that no family has to worry about, how are we going to feed our family or how are we going to feed our students, especially when there are snow days or when there's, NTI days, those days where we're staying at home. So if you ever want updated information about where food sites are, or if you want to share this information in your community, the 502 Food Works link will take you to that information. And that's also on JCPS website. So lastly, the last three links that we have on here, not the least, because we may add some additional ones based on what you need, but we also have the guide to Google Classroom. We also have School Connects. School Connects, we recommend if you're not on there, please get on School Connects. You will get updates from the district and from your school and hopefully from your teacher. And the thing we love, the reason why we invested in School Connects is it is one of the only ways that families, you all can send a message to your school in whatever language that you speak, and the school can respond to you in real time in whatever language they're in, typically English. So it's a two-way messaging app. We love the fact that families can message schools immediately through School Connects, and you can also get district updates. So whenever there's an update sent out, we're shouting out Sarah Wagner in communications. She's always amazing about putting updates on School Connects as well. So lastly, we linked in the technical support line that's available to families. This was started during non-traditional instruction, and it's continuing with support. So if you ever need any help with any technology or helping your student with technology, that line is there to help you. So that's a lot. Those are a lot of links on this site. You'll also see that we will put our previous meetings on here. We have Lindsay Bell, who at our last meeting talked about student assignment, and we will share this meeting on our site as well so that you have access to past parent advisory council meetings. And again, at the very end, send me a message. That's that email block right there. Connect with us, stay connected with us on Facebook. I'm challenging, if anybody's watching or if you find this link, I challenge you to share it with some other people to make sure they have information that they need, and check us out on Twitter and on Instagram. All right, so we have a couple of additional announcements for you. All right, so right here you'll find a chess academy that's happening now, like it's happening now. All right, so we wanted to give this update that for elementary and middle school students, if you're in the California neighborhood, there is a chess academy happening after school. So it started on January 6th, but it's going to go to March 16th, so you're not too late. So even if your student, if you have an elementary, middle school student, even if they've never played chess before, that's all the reason to have them maybe check it out and try it out. I shout out to the days where we actually we had literacy and chess programs that are still going thanks to our diversity, equity, and poverty department. But just observing kids learn chess for the first time, being able to use their brains to outsmart their, opponent is really exciting. So again, if you're in the California neighborhood, we'd love for you to have your kiddo join the Chess Academy. All right, and we want to also share that there's going to be an NAACP and JCPS forum. We're so excited and we love having these opportunities to engage in a different way with different leaders in our district. So on Thursday, February the 10th, 2022, at 6:30, there's going to be a Zoom speaking with some members of JCPS, some members of JCPS, and they're going to share in the community forum. So there's going to be a student celebration with Justice Now. They're going to cover Girls on the Rise, and they're going to cover Black Student Union. So we are grateful for the opportunity to come to NAACP and have a good partnership with NAACP. So please check that out. All right, Andrea, did you want to share this one?
Yeah, so I talked a little bit earlier about the resources that JCPS Adult Ed.
Our upcoming PAC meetings, we want you to mark this on your calendar. So our next PAC meeting will be February the 18th. So mark that again on your calendar. We will come virtual. We will be on Facebook. We will share and record. We will record and share the link out. We also send updates via email to a lot of family members. So if you want to get more updates beyond PAC meetings, like if we have different opportunities for families to take on leadership opportunities in our community, in our district, we will email out often. We send out a lot of different opportunities. Some opportunities come with stipends. So if you're interested and if you're like, I want to be more involved as a, family leader, because every family in our district, every family leader in our district has an expertise. So we really want to engage your expertise. So again, here are our upcoming PAC meetings, but if you'd like to interact with us or stay connected in between the PAC meetings, let us know. So again, hopefully you're joining us on Facebook and you're connected with us on Facebook, but also connect with us on Twitter, connect with us on Instagram, and on this last slide, you will find my email address and the email address of Andrea Brown. So again, we wanted to bring you resources today, and all of the resources that we shared can all be accessed on the web. Most of them can be accessed on the website that we shared, which can be found in the link on Facebook Live. And we also we'll be sharing different updates about, forums and different programs coming up. We typically share things like that as well on Facebook.